Hello there and welcome to the show. Today let's talk about this simple but yet so hard question. This is something that I would have probably had a different answer if you asked me 5 years ago or 10 years ago or 15 years ago. And I guess we all grow and our perspectives and our values even might change, but for some, obviously, this is an easy question. Like a professional athlete, they have a very clear identity. They would probably reply that I'm a tennis player, or I'm a football player, and so on. But for me, now, thinking about this question, it is actually quite hard to reply to that. So I have two things that come on my mind right away, and one is that at least if you think about what I would like to be, is that a healthy person. That might sound a bit lame, but to me that is very important, and to be a well-being individual, because then I can pursue other things. And maybe another thing would be that the answer to the question would be that I'm a helping person, and that is now kind of the idea around my business that I'm setting up, that I could help people. And but if you asked me this question, let's say 10 years ago, I would have told you that I'm an IT professional, because that was what I was feeling at that time, and that was my identity. That I had been working a couple of years in the IT, just kind of starting my career, but that was really my core, so to say. And I thought that the next years are gonna go there in the industry, and I'm gonna grow, and I'm gonna become like a truly IT professional. So that would have been my answer. And now looking back, it's quite easy to see that this, because back then I was very interested in technology, so it was kind of easy to go to work and really dig deep into the work and try different things, break things, and be curious about things. But then when my passion, so to say, for the technical side of things started to wear off, I guess this question and this identity for me became much harder to think about. And what happened, I ended up completely switching to a different role inside the IT industry. I tried sales, and then I tried a sort of a customer relationship manager sort of a thing, or service manager, and they were okay. And I guess I was hoping to find my identity again, because I kind of made this switch, and maybe I was hoping that I could answer this question again. And well, that day never really came, or maybe it did came, but I realized that that industry is no longer for me, because I can't say that I am an IT person anymore. I don't want to be an IT person anymore. So there was a clear conflict, and I have been reading this. I'm wearing this core shirt because this is one of the key things that is talked about this in this book. I know it's in Finnish, but it's by Aki Hintsa, and the title says "Today I'm Alive." And Mr. Hintsa was I don't know if he was famous, but he was the founder of Hintsa Performance, and he was working with these top level athletes, or especially the Formula One drivers, and he was working with a lot of them. And I guess he expanded to the other people inside the F1 industry, and then to other sports as well. But he's in this book he's talking about when he was a doctor and he used to work in this charity type of work in Ethiopia in the start of his career, and it was there where he met Haile Gebrselassie. I hope I'm pronouncing that at least half right, but Mr. Gebrselassie replied to this question that I'm a running man. That's a perfect, simple answer, but what Mr. Hintsa noticed is that the Ethiopian runners, their core was running, and that was who they were. And he noticed the differences in Finnish sports and in Ethiopian sports and the way everything is set up. And I mean, the conditions in Ethiopia were not even poor, they were horrible, but still they managed to work out and be at the top of the sports and be there for years and years. And but this book is also about, because this is kind of wrote after Mr. Hintsa passed away, and this was, I guess, his last wish. And it is very, I am only in the beginning, but it is very, very heartbreaking stuff and very touching, because he got the diagnosis of like the worst cancer possible, and he was a doctor himself, so he knew right away that he doesn't have long left. And another topic I have been discussing before is this, that another book I read called Some Days Today, that we kind of postpone things until, well, I'm gonna do that someday. And Mr. Hintsa had this similar kind of approach, that I will do it then. And he knew that he was not doing what he was preaching. So he was preaching well-being and coaching people through his company, these top-level athletes and high-level executives and so on, about the importance of sleep and nutrition and so on, and asking these questions about your identity. But then he himself he basically exhausted himself in the F1 tour, staying there for a long time. And so when he got the diagnosis, he realized that there were a lot of these things that he knew were important, like family, but he had been postponing them, that I'm gonna do these later. Then obviously he realized that there's not gonna be later much more, so now I have to focus on the important stuff. And I don't know, I kind of like to think these types of things myself, because I'm not old yet. I'm turning 40, but you know, anything can happen. And I don't have anything this dramatic happening, and hopefully nothing this dramatic is gonna happen in the near future. But this thing I've been trying to work on is this kind of trying to answer this question, that who am I? And now I am in this turning point that I am switching direction in my life. I'm switching to hopefully to a completely new career. And this idea about the core, and the idea and the questions about who you are, and are you doing what you really want. And I realized that these simple questions that Mr. Hintsa asked about the people he was coaching, if there was a mismatch on what you're doing and what you are at your core, then you are gonna have all sorts of issues and problems. And I guess this is fairly common, and I know I was feeling it for a while. For the past couple of years, I knew now that the question, or the answer to the question, who am I, was not that I could say that I'm an IT professional or anything of the sort. So it would have been something completely else. So maybe it's good that we ask these simple yet very tough questions from ourselves time and time again, or occasionally, because it's kind of a reality check. And I know life is hard and we all have issues, especially with money. Maybe we feel that we don't have the luxury to even ask these types of questions, that if we have a job, we should be happy about the job. And maybe that was how I was feeling also, that I used to have a steady job paying me good money. Like, why should I even consider leaving? And usually nothing happens when you are too comfortable. And actually what the Ethiopian top runner Gebre Selassie said, that you guys have things too well here in Finland. People are too comfortable. He said that outright, that that's why your runners are not very good, because things are too good. So that was a good remark, and it's interesting how it also shaped the thinking of Hintsa when he built this performance and coaching company. But I guess that was most of what I wanted to say. Just that it's really interesting to read this type of a book, which is basically a dying man's last wish. And he said, when the diagnosis came, he said to all of his close friends and family that I'm gonna keep a diary and I want you to make a book out of it. And apparently it was very painful for all of those involved, but I'm really happy that they did manage to release this book. It was not easy to make. I can believe that. But I'm only like 50 pages through the book, but already these simple questions got me thinking, and I wanted to make this video, and maybe I will make another one if there's the need to do that. But maybe think about the question for a while. Who are you? Are you living your life based on your core? Because if you're not, you are probably not happy. And I realized that, and I am trying to make a change. And I don't know what's gonna happen, but hopefully I will be in a position fairly soon that I know the answer to this question. That's all. Thank you for watching, and bye bye.